I'm a mother and I would want to step into the shoes of a mother at this moment and be able to nurture and be able to salvage this relationship. And so I work with your strengths and with your weaknesses. I will help you if you want, and if you don't want, I will let you deal with it. I will help you find a way on your own. But that actually heightens your happiness. So have you been the kind of person that keeps quiet whenever something wrong happens, and you're like, so if I talk about it, it's going to bring a lot more inconveniences? Rock the boat. I'm giving you I'm giving you the permission. Rock that marriage. Rock that relationship, rock that work relationship, as in shake the boat, you know, shake the table with all the expensive drinks on it. Shake it, okay? Because after shaking it, then you're going to understand where you belong, which seat you belong, what value you bring to that table, and then you're going to have a lot more clarity, and you're going to sleep better, and you're going to think better, you're going to plan better, you're going to work better, and you're going to look better. Do you know that stress, the moment you start getting stressed, you get wrinkled, you get, you know, you even break out acne. Before you know it, your skin is like of a frog. Why? Because you are carrying resentment, and it is, you know, a load, a heavy load for you. And then there is those of you, you don't even just carry your own resentment and your own load of unhappiness, but you're even helping other people carry theirs. Like, what? You hate him? Let me hate him for you, even on your behalf. Like, why do we do these things to ourselves? So I need you to be able to heighten or to increase your level of happiness by just resolving the conflicts. Talk about it, okay? And if you think you don't want to talk about it and you can let it go, let it go, okay? If you think you can salvage that situation, if you think you can rectify something, if you think you can seek clarity, if you think you can openly talk about it, make sure that you actually handle it, because there is no way you are going to smile more often if you're holding on to all those things. Because sometimes we have to, not just to fake it, but happiness, sometimes you have to put yourself in a mood and state of happiness in order to actually call on more and attract more happiness. So how are you going to attract that happiness? How are you going to smile more if you're still holding on to the the grudges? Something else that I have done, and this actually we've done together with Tim, is the acts of kindness. Just randomly. If you've watched Bahati show recently, we had this gentleman that was imprisoned, and you know, when he came to talk about how he doesn't have a job and how he doesn't know where to start, but currently, because even in the Bible, God asked Moses, what do you have in your hands? So I asked him, what are you doing right now? He told me that he slashes, and so when he told me that he actually slashes, and I told him, where do you get the machine from? So I borrow it from a friend, and I have to pay them back. And so I was like, okay, so if you get a machine, that means that you can actually do your problem will be sorted, at least the starters. And she was like, yes. And you know, just the random act of kindness, because I didn't know I was going to do that. But when I told him that, you know what, now you have that machine, you know, the flooding of emotions, of fulfillment, of happiness, that you have done a random act of kindness to someone. The other day, I met a lady at Freika and in the line while she was going to get medicine. But I don't even think she had a shilling, because the baby was crying. The baby's temperatures were so high, and I don't think she even had enough money to make sure. Because when she got to the counter, I heard that she was bargaining with the person that was giving her medicine, and she was like, "I only have 5,000, but I need medicine. I need the temperatures." So the person was prescribing. I think to the tune of around 80,000, and this lady had just 5,000. So when I had the exchange, I just had to step in, and I was like, you know what, give her the medicine, this is the money. When she left, I was like, the emotions that flood you, and I'm not just talking about it to brag or to say, because I mean, I have done way more things than I can even remember, but just the flooding of happiness in my heart, of knowing that that woman, and I remember telling her, okay, this baby needs juice, she needs milk, and you need to eat because you look hungry. And I gave her more money. And in my heart, I'm like, okay, she's going to survive. It could be just, I mean, go on through the day. I don't know what circumstance she was going through. Maybe maybe she didn't have enough money to take her through the day. Maybe she was going back home and she was even going to food. She didn't have money. But just knowing that you have helped just a single soul, you don't know them, it's a random act of kindness. Do you know how much happiness that brings to you? I've said so many times that what you call so much, very little money, like 2,000, and the askari at the gate is just saying, you know, is just thinking, I need 2,000 to take my family through the day, just to buy cassava flour and to buy mukene, you know, silver fish, and to get my family through the day. The 2,000 that you think is just something that you go and just misplace somewhere is a fortune to someone. So the acts of kindness, okay? Extend a hand when you can. If your closet is full, give out some of the clothes. Those that you have not put on for the past 1 year, 6 months, and you're thinking, oh, I will grow small, I will lose weight, and I will put them again. Give them away, okay? If you have baby clothes that you do not use, give them away. If you As in, make sure that you go out of your way, because you are better than so many people. Even if you don't want to believe it, you are way better than so many people in this world. You are in a much better position than so many people in this world. So if you can extend a hand, extend a hand. For me, it has brought a lot of happiness. I used to move, you know, you're just driving by a street and tears would start rolling in my eyes, until Tim told me that, you know what, you need to do something about this. I think there's just more to this than you just crying because you see people in a bad situation. Let's find better ways and safe ways to actually help people if it's going to bring a sense of fulfillment to you. And let me tell you, it has opened floodgates. Number one, of happiness, that is the epitome of it all. Number two, of provision. If you are a vessel that gives, you will never lack. I know for sure I have never lacked in my life. Never lacked in my life. Why? Because even when I have the smallest and someone needs, I will extend it and hope that it's going to be replenished and it's going to be replaced. And God has always been faithful, super faithful, that I have never lacked in my life, okay? So I want you to look at those things, and I am just giving you part of the things that I have practiced, some of the things that I know have worked for me. They might look small, they might look like they are not too big, but again, they have worked magic in my personal life. Before I even forget, living a debt-free life is something else that has been very magical in my life. If I don't need that extra money, if I don't need that extra, if I can give myself the peace of mind, if I can work within my means, I am going to work within my means. And so many people that are in my life actually know me for that. I'm not going to stretch, okay? I am not going to stretch beyond what I think I can. If I eventually need it, I have no problem going for it, but knowing that I'm actually investing it. Now, that is different because that is business, okay? If you're in real estate, you're not going to run away from loans, because while you're developing this, you're developing another thing and you're developing another thing, but that is investment because that is money that is actually going to come back. But living debt-free because I want to put on, living in debt because I want to put on a good cloth, living in debt because I want hair. I have seen people in Kampala here or in the world just living in debt because they want certain long human hair, you know, 30 inches that costs what, like 1.5, 2 millions, 3 millions. And because they want to drive a car is actually a liability. Do you know that? And because they want to put on clothes, because they want external validation so that someone can say, oh, she smells nice, she has nice hair, she has nice lipstick, she has... All those things don't count. Actually, if it were possible, I would appear without anything, without anything added onto me, you know? Why? Because I believe these things do not add much to my life. My hair does not add much to my life. And the moment I knew that, or I got that, then happiness is not all the expensive things in the world. I create my own happiness. Do you know my best food? My best food is posho and sukuma wiki. And someone would think, oh, going to the best restaurant and eating all the food in the world. Let me tell you, I can eat posho and sukuma wiki from when the year starts until it ends. Recently, I was actually telling one of my house managers, and I was reminding him how when I was pregnant, I was like, Asahel is just totality of posho and sukuma wiki, because that is all I ate whenever I thought about eating. So happiness is not expensive. Happiness is not found in expensive things. Happiness is found in living a life that is intentional, well planned, debt free, resolving conflicts, taking your owning the responsibility of your life, you increasing your skills and knowledge, investing in yourself, finding your purpose and passion, but living passionately, okay? Not just finding your purpose and passion. So I want you to be able to look into these things and know that it is very possible to be happy while you're helping others and spreading happiness out there. And that is how I wanted us to start this week and make sure that we run in the direction of our dreams, but we do not leave happiness behind. We work hard, but we do not leave happiness behind. We have happy good families, but we do not leave happiness behind. You owe it to yourself, so give it to yourself, and then give it to everyone that is around you. And that is how your life is going to be epic. Epic, that is the word. That is what I was looking for. Epic, okay? So from me to you is a good night, and have a fabulous, fabulous week, and enjoy your life.